Alright guys, so this is me learning a new track. Have not raced this one before, so I threw up the track map from Race Labs just so I can have somewhat of an idea of where I'm going. We're gonna try and see how we do. Never raced this track, this is a new one for me this season. So we will see how it goes. Already an off track, nice. And I forget how lazy the Ferrari feels. I've been racing a lot with the GT3s, which feels a lot different. It's like a sweeping corner over to the left. One thing that I do when I'm looking for this is obviously, as you should, is looking for all these curbs. Trying to see kind of what curb is coming up next for you. Obviously the tires are still a little cold. I've done a few different changes for this season. I modified my seating setup so that I think my my pedals will be in a better, what a turn that's going to be. Okay. So I've modified where my pedals are. I've modified my monitor setup. This is the first time I have attempted at streaming anything. And I'm just running this on a laptop because I don't have a big computer yet. So just wanted to see how it does with me trying out this. Probably not going to do great. Probably won't be doing lots of streaming yet, but hopefully when I get something that's a little bit more beefy, I can actually do some streaming. But I wanted to try it out, see how it goes, and figured why not when I'm learning a new track. That's not going to do us any favors.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Interesting. Alright. So far I like the layout. It seems fun. It's got a lot of corners, a lot of braking zones, which I'm hoping are going to be obviously good for sending it up the inside and getting some passes done. Definitely getting the flow. Ooh, this is the one that caught me out. But getting the flow. Is going to be interesting. And I forget how much this Ferrari has changed. I really didn't get to race the Ferrari that much last season. I ran it at Spa and I think like one other race. But oh, that corner is going to be a doozy. Alright. But I think I ran it once or twice. I really didn't get a lot of time in it or anything. So I'm curious to see how. Spa is definitely a lot more high speed corners and not so much braking, which this car sometimes felt like a boat. That's okay. Man, it just kind of dips away from you right there. Alright, so let's start trying to pick out little braking markers, see where we can find. So I think let's try the 200. We'll just start off slow. 150. So maybe the 200 is the right call on that corner. It's kind of a sweeping. So I feel like that one's a lot tighter than you'd think it is, so definitely gonna have to lift through there. But the tires are starting to finally feel like they're a little bit warmed up. Downhill braking. Tell you what, one of my favorite tracks that I ran was the Bathurst in the Porsche Cup car. I feel like that one helped me learn how to drive that Porsche much better. With all the tricky braking points that it has. Nice lefty here. And this is that corner that's caught me out every time. There we go. Much better. This one's going to be downhill or uphill. Uphill. Then over into here into semi of a downhill brake. Interesting. That one switches on me when it kind of dips down. You lose track of the track for a second. 200. So we can stay on a little bit. Gotta be patient on that one. 152. I feel like that is like really slow. This is the downhill. That is a massive curve on the inside of that one. That is massive. Alright, slowly starting to get it. Also helps that now I've got a little bit more of the... Oh, this is the corner. More of the track down so I'm not looking at the map. I'm probably going to turn that off just a little bit. It's these like long trail off turns that I really need to work on them because I'm not good at them. It's a little brake, I think, like this. I can really just step on it. Alright. Why don't we just spin this guy and we'll come into the pit. Turn off. My race lab. We're gonna turn. Close the...
You've got wheel damage. We've got damage on the back end.
Okay. Now that we know the track a little bit, let's see what we can start doing for just a little. So first lap, obviously going to be really interesting on this track in this car because I'm already not the most confident coming into a lot of these braking zones. Come in, right turn. Very sharp. Can't hit that curve because that curve is beefy. This is going to be downhill braking to the left. This one's going to be over to, oh no, this one comes to the left. Curves to the right. Probably take it there. And then you gotta stay on the brakes. Tight rider. Crest the hill. Come over to the right side because we're gonna take that left turn. This is uphill, which comes straight into a corner. Which is this like a double eight? What is this one? Probably take, oh, and there's the corner to the left, another tight one. Definitely can't be on the power for as long as I feel like I want to be on that corner for sure. So we're gonna dive in, falls away from us, wait for the car to compress, get on the gas. Alright, so far so good. We're gonna jump at the 200. Little slide here. Oh, that's the corner we come in. Big curb. Get on the gas, little lift. Make sure we make it through. It's going to be downhill braking to the left. A little long. This is going to be a nice little lefty. Which turns into a sharper right turn. Then turns into sharp right. Have a sweeping left. And into a tight turn up the hill. Earlier than I feel like I should. That's going to give me a better line. A little bit of an early shift to third. Make sure I don't get any wheel spin. This one, wait for the car to over the hill. Compress. Oh, not on the line. Alright though. We're getting there. I think I pretty much matched my time before. Definitely be on the gas for a lot longer. There we go, that's feeling better. Tires are warmed up. I didn't have a massive slide on them. This is going to be a sweeping left. Into a right, but I don't need to brake quite that hard because it'll kick us out. Then we come in for a tighter. Sweeping left. Comes into another. Oh, this is the. Corner I thought that just was. Brake earlier than I think. Nail. That exit's going to be critical. We'll take that one. Slid out there. This one's gonna stay wide. outbrake myself there. Whoa. Need to watch a hot lap so that I can get a feel for some of the braking zones. I like to do run-throughs by myself and then watch a video on, you know, braking markers to get everything. Just because I like to try and figure it out by myself first. What's my fastest right now? 149? There's no way that's even close to how fast people are moving around this track. Hills, this is a very misjudged that one. Yeah, if you misjudge this, there's a lot of what feels like pretty blind corners. Which have always been a little more difficult for me to navigate. I wonder if staying in third through there is better, so I don't get so much wheel spin. Little dab in the brakes, trying to keep me anchored in. Not a clean run by any stretch. It's great. 148 it looks like. Nice. There we go, that one felt much better. That's a much better first sector. Nope, still early. Definitely felt safer in third. As soon as I start coming down that hill, trying to get just a little bit more. There we go. Best. Whoa. Yeah, braking on those curves is kind of rough. third through there is a better option too. You can definitely feel the weight change with all these hills. So wait for that white line, turn in just a little bit. Need to be on the brakes more. That was better. That last one felt good. That last corner felt pretty good. Alright, I think third through there is not too bad. That's what I would have to guess. Not too bad. I don't want to hug that corner, so we're still a little too close. No, I'm losing a lot of time on that corner. Awful last sector. The first section I'm feeling a lot better in. The last one, can't help but feel like I'm getting a little bit worse. Whoa, hold it. Yeah. Did I really? Wow. Awful. This one, so I want to stay over here longer. Brake more. This is an interesting track because these off tracks are very, I don't know if I want to necessarily say consistent, but they're very rigid. Like you go off just a little bit and it definitely says, no, you went all four tires off, when other tracks I feel like you can get away with a lot more, so that will be also. Can you just pin it? Oh, you can. See, I think of it too much and you start understeering out of the corner and you lose a lot of time. Bad corner there. Boom. Let's see, what's my fastest? Basically a 147 flat. Whew. Very, very interesting track so far. 17 flat. There's a few corners that I would like to take a look at. This track is interesting, and I think it's a lot of fun so far. The interesting part to me is all of the elevation change. You definitely have a lot of car going up and down and left and right, and kind of combination corners where you have this little sweeper, and then you have to make sure that you hit that right on. Let's see, where do you start braking there? This is the one that I want to take a little slower. So you want to come up, probably start braking here, trailing off, nice and long. Really pound that apex, because that, and then pretty much go flat out through there. And these ones, when I watch the track guides, I'm gonna have to see if that is a second, like if these are second gear or third gear corners. I kind of feel like a lot of them are third gear just because you don't want to spin the tires. I gotta pick a turn in point for sure. But I feel like a lot of them are going to be third geared corners because you just don't want to be sliding the tires around everywhere. So third gear would make more sense. Top of the hill. On both. Break in a little bit earlier. There's a white line there that I need to break before that white line. I think this one will be a second gear. But see, it's still such a downhill braking that I feel like I have to be even later on the throttle than I want to be. Curbs are slippery. So this one, so I'm going to take it slow. So we're going to come up, and I feel like you should be braking, braking, braking. Nice tight corner. Probably hitting that third. Just keep sweeping here, take this one wide. Why risk the wheel spin? Way missed the turn in point there. But why risk the wheel spin? Maybe I can brake later, so we can come here. Third there would feel better. Through here. Braking, stay. Turning in way earlier. So I need to find a way to make sure the car doesn't wash out and start understeering in the corner. Most of this I need to remember is I need to be more patient with the car anyway. I've always been in Achilles. Better of an exit there, yeah, looks like it. Big slide there. Just kind of experimenting with the brakes. This one I want to wait. I want to be on the brakes. On the brakes, turn in. Really see that time come tumbling down. That leads into here. Wheel spin, little lift, make sure the car is planted, don't let it understeer too far. Not too bad. Damn it, I need to really brake a lot more in that corner. That one's killing me. Oh hey, there we go. Attack that corner just a little bit more, I think. Oh. Well, under 147 technically, so I'll take that. Gonna take a little bit of a break, but that is
We got
typically
damage
how
on the
I
front end.
start to learn the track. I like to do the track map up in the top right for a few laps, kind of get the feel for it. Once I feel like I have the track more kind of muscle memorized, then I get off the track map so that I can focus more on it, and then I start trying out a few different lines, different gears, and then I go back and I will watch track guides to then kind of, you know, solidify braking zones, get more familiar with the track from somebody who's actually raced it and raced it quickly, and then I come back to the track and rinse and repeat a little bit. Usually when I'm on a different car, but I've learned the track before, it's usually not quite this rough. I guess this is the first time ever really racing this track, so no idea. The elevation changes are definitely going to be difficult for me. Changes the way you have to brake and stuff a lot, which obviously is part of it, but most of the tracks that I'm on, it's either, you know, you have very clear downhill braking or uphill kind of a thing, but there's not quite so many braking over a crest through a turn. So we'll be interested. I'm looking forward to this race, hopefully, later this week. So hopefully you'll join me then and watch the full video when it comes out. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.